Alright, so here is the destruction from the construction of my garden.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see from up here. The world's
This is my stump that I burned out of the ground. It was just sitting here rotting away. So I put a little bit of gas in the middle of where it was rotting and lit it on fire, and it only stayed on fire for a minute or so. So I go inside and go about my business through the weekend or whatever, and like a day and a half later, I'm like, man, somebody's been burning wood. And I just happened to come out in the backyard, and this thing was burnt down to this, just from smoldering for a day and a half. I guess it's a good, quick way to get rid of your stumps, but you'll be left with a big old crater in the ground. So that's it. I enjoy using this stuff. Mix this stuff 50-50 or whatever percentage you want to do it. 70-30 is actually what I prefer. I use more of the garden soil and then use like 30% of this, because this gives you like organic contents, and it keeps the dirt kind of airy, and this adds weight and substance to your dirt so that it doesn't just wash out and become useless after, you know, your third time watering it. So that's my program. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to plant this year, but it's going to be what I know grows really well in this scorching Florida heat. When it gets the middle of summer, like mid-June through late August, it's like 110 degrees every single day, and whatever you have growing needs to be hardy, or else it's just going to frazzle away. Alright, so here I am planting already. Got one row of green beans in. I'm doing the second row. All I'm using is these. They seem to work very good every year, so I'm happy with them. I've got a bunch that I saved from the actual ones that I grew a couple years ago, but I was lazy and I just use these now, for right now at least. So definitely back out in it. My hands are definitely all tore up. So I'm going to finish this row and quit, because the sun has came into my garden now and it's getting really hot. And of course I'm using just old reclaimed wood. I just got done making the trestle for the bush beans. It's not pretty or fancy. I could have took more time to do it, but like I said, I want to just do things cheap and as quick as possible. Well, not as quick as possible, but just keep it cheap. Anyway, so you know, it separated them decent enough to where everybody won't be overcrowding, and I actually had to sacrifice a few more green bean plants, and I'm still trying to train some of them, but it's windy outside today and things are not cooperating properly. But some of them are on tight. I mean, look at that one. That one's gonna do good. That one's gonna do good. That one's gonna do good. There's a bunch of them. I mean, they're just super healthy. And they're flowering already. Flowering. And they've only been growing for 2 weeks, so hopefully they will produce good. And look at how healthy my black-eyed peas are. Love it. I love it. I love doing this. I've been doing it for 4 years straight, and I have learned so much from the 4 years that I've been doing this that I know what grows good in Florida, and it's not to waste my time. Alright then, well, here is the progress of my garden. I just planted that one not like a week ago, so it hasn't had a chance to grow yet, and that one about the same time is doing better. That one, I don't know, but there's potatoes growing in the bucket actually, so I need to move that plant. And this one is just going crazy. I mean, look at all of the cherry tomatoes, and look how big they're getting. They're like, but out here in Florida, you got to get them while they're that color, or else the bugs will get to them, because they know when they're getting ripe, and they'll come after them. And to my surprise, my strawberries are growing strawberries, which is really neat, because I didn't think they were going to grow back. And here is how well everything's doing in the garden now. You can see that it's just coming up through the tops of everything. There's gonna be green beans galore off of these. I mean, just look at how healthy the flowers are and stuff right there. And they're everywhere. Everywhere. And there is the black-eyed peas. I think I'm only going to have 2 good okra plants this year for some reason, but the potatoes are going crazy. I've got another one growing, and I've never seen them grow this tall before, so I think they're going to produce good this year. And then finally, it took them like a month. Oh wow, there's more coming up. It took them like a month to come up, but now there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them growing. And then I've got my bush beans, which are doing really well. So okay, so it has decided to start raining on me, but I have discovered something that is absolutely crazy. Look at the size of these green beans, and it's only been growing. There's bigger ones down here. It's only been, my plants have been grown from seed maybe a month and a week ago, and they're going crazy. And now you can tell by the sprout on the black-eyed peas that they're getting ready to produce fruit too. And these are already producing fruit, and